This is Tina from tinaheals.com, and guess what I'm here for? I am discussing personality types based on your moon and sun sign combination. So, if you don't know your moon sign, then it's time to do a bit of Google and discover your moon sign, because there is really so much happening in your natal chart, and if you're just into pop astrology and know only about your sun sign, then you're really doing yourself a great injustice. There is such variety and such richness of material. If you study all the 12 houses and all the planets in them, then you really understand what you're working through. Now, there are 9 planets in astrology. The sun and the moon are also considered planets. And each of these planets, they embody a certain energy signature. Um, they represent an archetype. The sun represents our exterior self, how we project ourselves in the world, how we want to be perceived, our ambitions, our goals, our father. So the sun is essentially the yang component, okay? Now, standing in stark contrast is your moon sign, which is the feminine, the yin component. It deals with your emotional body, your connecting body, how you connect, how you understand nurturance, how you give it, how you receive it, your everyday habit patterns, okay? Um your mother, that is the moon sign. So you do understand that the moon sign is a very intimate part of us, and it is really who we are when the mask is off. Okay, it's who we are when the mask is off and no one's looking. So this is a special combination because you have both the same stuff happening, same thing going on, as in your sun and your moon are both in the sign of Capricorn. So you are serious. You are ruled by Saturn, double Saturn, because look, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn in the esoteric as well as the exoteric balance. So this is a sign where Saturn makes his energy felt very heavily. Um, this means that there is a sense of gravitas. Now, before I proceed, your sun and your moon sign being the same, this means that there is no inherent discrepancy about the way you feel and the way you project yourself. Okay, so if you feel like a Capricorn moon deep within, the way you project it out is also like a Capricorn sun. It's through the lens of Capricorn. This is usually what I call a double whammy, and in this case, it's a double earth whammy. So let's explore Capricorn in totality. By now, you've understood that the sun is how you want to be perceived, and the moon is how you really feel. Now, Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac, and it is the last of the earth signs. The first two earth signs, Taurus, the first, and then Virgo. Okay, Taurus is ruled by Venus, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Okay, and now you've got Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. Now, what is Saturn all about? Saturn is all about karma, all about the structures that we see in this 3D world, institutions, legal institutions, okay? And Capricorn is the archetype of the boss, the corporate boss, okay? Now, Saturn's energies can make you cold, okay, because Saturn is known to be cold. You know, the boundary, the rings around Saturn, they are known to be the boundaries of karma. So there's always a sense of constriction and restriction, sorry, where Saturn is concerned. But it's not because Saturn doesn't want you to grow. It's because Saturn wants you to figure out the 3D world. So the mantra of Capricorn is I use all, everything that Saturn has created and put out there. But oftentimes there's a sense of detachment. There's a sense of aloofness. Not because there are no emotions. So with the Capricorn moon, as I was saying, there is a certain coldness. There's a certain detachment. There's a certain practicality that can be mind numbing for someone who's passionate or emotional. Moon and Capricorn people don't want to display emotions, and they have very clear demarcations. Their boundaries are very clearly defined, Capricorn moon people. They're going to let you come into their life. Yes, they're very good friends, they're very loyal, they are there for you, but they will test you out. And if you go through their shredder, then yes, they're going to open up to you, and then they're going to be there. Then they're going to be there for you. So if you need a friend at 4 a.m. and you dial a Capricorn moon for advice, don't expect them to, cry with you or be emotional with you. No, that's not their style. They're cut and dry and practical, and they don't want to be demonstrative. They are not overtly, not forget overtly, they're not demonstrative. So with Capricorn sun and moon, you're not demonstrative with your emotions. You like to hold on to them, and you do have emotions, okay, but you have a boundary. Okay, you have an emotional boundary, and you don't like to go beyond that boundary. You always like to keep your emotions in check, because you want to know the very logical side of it, the very rational side of it. How do things work? I mean, that is the soul karma of Capricorn, mastery of the 3D realm. How a particular thing works, how a particular thing doesn't. That's the very karma of Capricorn. So sun is how you project yourself, Capricornian, boss, dependable, not demonstrative emotionally, kind of always there to give you practical advice, always a shoulder to lean on if you truly do need something, okay? But they are blunt, they're very blunt with you, Capricorn moon people. And if you have this placement for both your sun and moon, then yeah, you are blunt. You want to see things the way you want to see them, and you sometimes refuse to see how others might perceive a particular situation. Okay, you're not too quick to rush into things, because see, you're after all an earth sign, and you've got your sun and moon both in earth. So you're very grounded, you're very sturdy, you're very Capricorn, remember, is the symbol of Capricorn is the mountain goat, who just climbs and climbs and climbs and climbs. Okay, he may be slow and he may be circumspect, but he will rise to the top. So having Capricorn as such a strong energy signature in your natal chart, you're definitely going to procure things, but that procuring should not become excessive. It should not be that you live for buying or for consuming or for going to luxury do's. That should not be the be all and end all of existence. You must understand that there's something beyond this 3D world. And that's something a little bit of a challenge for Capricorn people, actually. They are so closed that they oftentimes refuse to see that there is a life or there is a reality beyond this 3D world. That's because of those rings around Saturn. They see a boundary. Okay, this is my space, and I'm going to work through this. And I'm going to use every single facet of that space, every single bit of that space. So you're the corporate boss, you are dependable, you are there, you are very good in a relationship, you love to make love, you're very sensual. Having both these placements, a sun, moon in Capricorn, you're very sensual. They love to make love. So I hope you liked this video as much as I like making it for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It means so much. Thank you. Bye.